Hey y'all, Jordan.Moorhead here with the Moorhead team. Today I wanted to talk about Prop Q, Austin's Proposition Q, which is a property tax increase that's on the ballot here November 4th. And I want to talk about just what it is and what it's going to do to and for renters, homeowners, and renters. And then you can go out and make your decision when you go to vote. But just make sure you get out and vote. Early voting has already started. I went and voted today, and voting is going to be concluding on November 4th. There's a bunch on the ballot, but the most important one for us here in Austin is Austin's Proposition Q, which is property tax increase. And they make sure to very detail that very well on the ballot. So the first thing you see is this is a tax increase. And I like that they're very clear about that. So what Austin's Proposition Q is, they want to raise the city of Austin's tax rate by about 20%. So that doesn't mean your taxes are going to go up by 20%. I think a lot of people are putting it that way. It's not necessarily that, but there's several things you're taxed on from in Texas. State of Texas doesn't take anything. Another common misconception, the city, the county, and school districts take money from your property taxes to fund their affairs. So in this case, the city of Austin would raise their tax rate by 20.2%. They want another $110 million to conduct the business or the projects that they're looking to do. What does that mean for you? That means for the average homeowner, it's going to go up by about 500 bucks. And that's assuming a 500 or $550,000 home valuation. It's going to go up by about 550 bucks. What is Proposition Q? Again, they're saying we need another $110 million. They already adopted their budget. They're short some money, and they want more money from us to get their projects done here. Where's that money going to go? 51.5 million to homeless services, 15.5 million to housing affordability, um, about 6 to 8 million for parks and recreation, public safety. They're not very specific. Public health, not very specific. Other services, not very specific. But the large majority of this, the city of Austin is throwing at the homelessness services. So we voted in 2020 to make camping in Austin illegal. Um, they've done a lot of progress cleaning up these camps and reducing homelessness in the city of Austin. We still have a large homeless population here in Austin. They're not necessarily enforcing the law in the way that a lot of people would like. They're saying, hey, we just don't have enough money. So we want another 66, 67 million to address this problem. Of course, Parks and Rec, that's going to be an easy one. Most people are going to agree to that. So just for reference here, they need to get our approval because they're asking for such a big increase. They can go anywhere up to 10% raise every year and not get any voter approval. Because they're going up to 20.2%, they have to ask us for the money. It's going to affect homeowners because their mortgage payments are going to go up. It's going to affect renters because in the long run, yes, renting is really cheap here in Austin right now. We have a huge amount of supply, huge amount of rental supply. You can still see they're building apartments all over town, but there's not a lot of new housing starts happening on the apartment side. So not starting new apartment projects. What that means is eventually all this inventory that's out there where you're getting these 10 to 12 weeks free and gift cards and stuff to move in apartments, that's going to go away and rents are going to start to go back up. Most people I know that are smart and pay attention to things say that's going to be within the next 2 years or so. So we're going to start to see rents go back up, and landlords are going to pass along these property tax increases to the renters. They absolutely will do it. They're not going to take this on the chin and just absorb this cost. So this is going to affect you too as a renter. Obviously, it's going to affect homeowners more immediately when they reassess your property. This new tax rate means your taxes are going to go up by about 20.2% for the city of Austin. Now, again, I'm not telling you how to vote. Vote however you want. Just make sure you get out and vote. Early voting is already going on, and you need to vote by November 4th. That is the last day to vote, November 4th. Make sure you get out and do it. Super easy. I was in and out 5 minutes today. Great time to do it. Do it early. Make sure you do it. But no matter what, just make sure you vote. If you want any more information about property taxes and how you can protest those, which I recommend that everybody do that every year, reach out. Own Well is a great service. Home Tax Shield's a great service. I'll give you the one I use. They've been successful every year I've used them, and I always save money. Talk to you soon, guys. Jordan.Moorhead at kw.com. Have a great day.